Boy, it sure is a beautiful day out here. We have got some weather coming for like the next 3 or 4 days in a row. It's going to be snow, freezing rain, thunderstorms, 60 degrees. But today's the day. If we want to do anything outside, we got to get stuff done today. So that's what we're doing. I'm sure anybody that's got chickens has the same problem we do, the first winter cleanup. That's always a fun one. So we got to get that chicken coop cleaned up, get some new shavings in for those girls. And then I think we are going to start tackling some of the garden because we have actually some starts inside that if we could get hardened off, we could actually be planting right now. Some of our brassicas, our cool weather crops. We could be getting some of our root crops going like radishes, turnips, kohlrabi, things of that nature. So we can't plant anything until we get some of this picked up. Now we're also going to have to rearrange some of our rows this year because I am going to do a little bit of crop rotation. So we will get into that in a minute. First, let's get started. I'm going to save you guys from watching me clean out this whole chicken coop. But if you've ever done the deep bedding method before, you know that first cleanup in the spring is really stuck together. It's really heavy. There's a lot of solids in there. So usually takes a little bit longer. But I'm going to spare you guys watching all that. And we're going to fast forward through this onto all of our other projects we're doing today. Well, we just got our chicken coop cleaned out, and boy, that was thick, let me tell you. But one thing that I do like about having all that chicken clean out, that's more compost for next year. So we got it in our compost pile, and now we got to do something with this garden. It's getting real close to that time of year that we need to start planting some of our cool weather crops, and I can't do it when it looks like this. I mean, I could, but I don't want to because it would look dumb and it doesn't make me feel happy. We're going to start here by taking our cart and we're just going to pull what plants we have still left in the ground and then start cleaning up our fencing over here. And then we have to move some stuff around for next year because we do have to do some crop rotation. I'll explain more in just a minute. Let's get some of this pulled up, huh? So I'm not grabbing every little stalk of everything in here. I'm just trying to get the stuff that's really rooted, really deep. I'm gonna actually come in here with my leaf blower and try to blow these leaves into an area where I can dispose of them. Depending on the wind, might be with fire or not. So we got all our peppers over there. I am gonna pull up all of our old tomato plants here. This is our area that we need to start rotating from. We need to rotate our tomatoes more so than what I've done in the past. I'll get back to that in just a hot minute. So 2 years ago, we planted a whole bed of different bulbs, tulips and daffodils, and I don't remember all of them. But the animals, not gonna name names, ate all of them except for this one kind here. And I believe these are allium, and apparently the critter that in which will remain nameless doesn't like the taste of these ones. So these are the only ones that grew, and they pop up in the spring, and they get about 3 feet tall with a big old purple flower on top. All right, so we got most of that stuff cleaned up. We're just gonna finish up here with these other 2 rows of tomatoes, doing the same thing. If you ever wind, the wind, the wind. If you guys ever want to know if the little string that I tie up my tomato plants works and doesn't rot, well, there you go. You have to go by and cut all of these every spring. That's good. I'd rather know that they're up and stable. So let's finish up these 2 rows here, and then we're gonna get to it. So we're just finishing up here with getting all these cuts out. We were just finishing up our flowers here, just cutting them back. Some of our perennials, we just cut them back every year, and they keep coming, and we keep harvesting. See this fence row here? We've got this overgrown grapevine that keeps coming back every year. We keep cutting it back. It keeps trying to climb the fence. So it's just something we have to deal with. We're gonna get this cleaned up. We've got some sumac that has gotten overgrown down there as well. So we have to kind of get on both sides of this fence, clip it back so we can get it stood back up. It's really windy today, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the leaf blower out. I mean, obviously, yeah, wind, leaf blower, why wouldn't it work? But we actually need to have it not windy so I can put them where I need to. So if I start blowing leaves over this way and I get a big gust of wind that way, there's no bueno. So I'm gonna probably wait on that, but it's looking good. I like it. So the past week or so here, we kind of are in a transition period. We're going from maple syrup season basically into gardening season and project season. And there is no lack of projects that's going to happen on Gagne Farms this year. We've got a whole bunch of stuff, and the warmer it gets, the more projects Candace keeps giving me to do around the homestead. So we've got lots coming up, but this transition period seems to happen a few different times a year. Kind of before gardening season, we have a transition. After gardening season ends, there's also a transition period, and that's usually the time that I try to get things done. Little things, sometimes they're not really camera worthy. You know, how many times you want to see me blow leaves or clean chicken coops, things like that. All very important things to get done, though, if you want to have a nice tidy homestead. I do want to iterate one thing to you guys. If you plan on raising meat chickens this year, you better try to find some chicks, because they are very hard to find right now. I was able to find one place that had meat chickens. We were at a TSC here a few towns over yesterday, and I asked the guy, when their chicks are coming in, and he said as soon as they get them, they're gone. He said in just a few hours, they are gone. So if you guys can even if you're looking to get layer chickens and you see them, get them while you can, because they are very hard to come by this year with all of the chicken drama. Yeah. So I just thought I'd throw that out there to remind you guys, if you're looking to do that, you got to kind of strike when the iron's hot. Also, we're getting real close to bee season around here. I know many parts of the United States and all over the world, it's a little bit different time. Right now, it's our time. We're we're getting our bees ordered so we can get them in about a month from now, and we're gonna try again. We had both. Well, we had the one hive last year. They took off early in the fall. Don't know what happened. I also heard a lot of other people that did have bees last year. They didn't overwinter very well last year around this area. It got cold, and it's hard to raise bees up here in Michigan. It's doable. It's not impossible, but it's not 100% guaranteed you're going to have the same set of bees you had from year to year. So if you're up in my area, you might want to look in on that too, because I know a lot of places that we get bees from, they have a shut off time where they quit taking orders, and that's it. If you miss out, you miss out for the year, unless you're going to try to catch a swarm, which is something I've always wanted to do but have yet to accomplish. We are going to take our old bones inside, and today is opening day of baseball season, so we are going to go watch our Detroit Tigers play some baseball.
Look, Eric.
What?
Look, my flip-flops overwintered.
Oh, you overwintered flip-flops.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome. How did you do that?
I don't know. It's amazing.
Oh,
they survived.
Exactly as dirty as they were last fall.
When I left them here, exactly.
Awesome. And that's how you overwinter a pair of flip-flops in Michigan. Hey guys, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. I've got some more videos, some gardening videos, and some project videos that you're not going to want to miss.